Greetings guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette and this is my channel Evolve with Monette. So happy to have you with me today. For those of you that are new here, I am a professional intuitive empath, and today I was celebrating this good old turkey holiday here in the States, and I was downloaded with a message. I believe it's going to be from your divine masculine to you, whoever is watching. If you clicked on this video, you're supposed to be here. I gotta give you a disclaimer, guys. This is precisely the kind of message I do not want to give. I don't know, you're like, so I'll keep watching. Great, but I'm never a liar, okay? So what I like to do is be really honest with you. Well, let's say I'm not never a liar, because I have lied, and that's why I try so hard to be real, even with you guys, about this reading I'm about to give you. One of the things that I abhor is watching these like fairy tale, your divine masculines coming back to your readings. Nothing pisses me off more. I know that we all need hope sometimes, and I know that we cling to that, but if you're on this channel, you want health more than you want hope. And that means that I cannot help you cling to an illusion. What I can do, though, is be a conduit, as I promised God I would be, to communicate when I hear angels tapping on me and giving me a message. So that's my disclaimer. Whatever lovey-dovey-ish I'm about to say is literally not what I want to say to you if it comes through. I don't know what's going to happen here, but they're saying that your divine masculine misses you like the deserts miss the rain. Y'all, I promise you, listen, your angels don't make you do anything. God doesn't make you do anything. The Bible talks about free will, and we really have it. But I always try to be obedient, because I always notice that I stretch in obedience. So I'm going to get into this reading in this very unconventional way, and I tell you, when I tell you that I was like, oh, you guys are hilarious. No, this must be a message to the divine feminine about her missing her calling. And they said, no, B, that's not what we said. What we said was what we said. I said what I said. And that's what I heard the Lord say to me here, was talk to them about this. All right, here I am, humbly, here I am to serve you. Okay, so here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Whew. Scribe. First card out. Okay. The archetype of this is preserving knowledge and information. Shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarizing another's work. Black Marquee is a song that will have another video attached here that they just reminded me that I need to make. I have it down on my list, and it goes with this, because when we come out of a relationship, both of us have different ideas of what happened, do we not? So in the light attribute, we're preserving the knowledge and information. That's why our boundaries are good. Divine feminine, can you relate? In the shadow attribute, who amongst you may have altered facts, maybe ran a smear campaign, maybe plagiarized somebody else's work, stole identities, did all kinds of scammy-ish? Could it be your devolved DM? Yeah. What they're saying with this is that it's so important for you to stand in your truth, because right now your DM misses you like the desert misses the rain. But what were the things that they were saying or doing while you were in pain? That's what I just heard. Okay. They said to read the lyrics now. I step off the train. I'm walking down your street again. Past your door, but you don't live there anymore. It's been years since you've been there. Now you've disappeared somewhere, like outer space. You found some better place, and I miss you, like the deserts miss the rain. And I miss you, like the deserts miss the rain. I said, break this down, and I shall. Some of you guys are coming into a season where your DM may be seeking you back out, and I believe that's the part of me that likes being here, the part that can empower you. I'm like the person that teaches you how to survive a mugging or attacking or a rape, right? I'm like, here's what you need to know. I love the Mortal Kombat of it. Another video coming. But what I will tell you is that this is when it's the most dangerous. This is almost like when people return to abusers, and for some of us here, it would be exactly like that, is what your angels just said. They said for some of you watching, it is exactly that, and that's when the abuse ramps up. Because if you were dealing with a narcissist and you were dealing with someone who is stealing your energy, what they're saying to me is that they are shocked that you're not there. I walk past your door, but you don't live here anymore. It's been years since you've been there. Now you've disappeared somewhere, like out of space, and you found some better place? There's a question. I've heard this song for years, but when I heard it today, I heard the question. You found some better place? That's the question your DM's asking. They're not happy. They're angry. I'm not trying to scare you, but I want you to understand that they're shocked that you're gone. And this has them reeling. At first, it had them acting out and medicating in karmics and other things, you know, imbibing and whatnot. But your angel said that that's shifted into a... They said at first it was a darker obsession, and now it's a resignation or a resigned depression is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing dark, though. Angry. It's like a brooding. It's a brooding. This is different. This isn't the outburst. This isn't the FUs. This isn't that. This is they're showing me a pang. They're showing me like a gulf. It's almost like someone's chest is caved out. They're showing me a hole through someone's chest. I pulled it out reversed, and usually with the archetype cards I don't read reversals, but they stopped my hand as you almost saw me try to turn it, and they said, not today, not today. Healer, inverted. This is why the gulf is there. The light attributes: passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. Wow, my angels are like, we're on the nose tonight. The reason that they're craving you, the reason their chest is caved out, the reason they're in a longing, panic state of brooding depression is because you're not there to heal them anymore. This is what they didn't bank on when they gambled your relationship. They thought that their powers were so great that you would always be there. It came out upside down, but let's read the shadow first. Taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself or others. In the divine empath, divine masculine journey, there will always be a runner or a chaser. That's what your angels want you to know. And that means that usually the person that's running is taking advantage because they know the nature of the chaser. And this is not, see, I told you they were going to have me say things that I don't want to say, but they're saying the nature of the chaser is to be codependent, and that means that the runner sees you as a wounded gazelle ready to be taken down. They know that they can play with you, play with their food is what I heard, because you are disabled as far as they see you. This is the narc empath dynamic at work here too. So because you've refused to heal them, they miss you like the desert misses the rain. And the desert misses the rain. The desert is parched. The desert is barren. The desert is scorched. You hear these words? There's an energy of the S that was right underneath the lies they suppress that sound so much like snake. Oof! Mufasa. I love it when they do it. That's my Simply Human mirror, y'all. But me and her have a whole relationship. That's my Mrs. Jones. That's my B-I-E. I love her. Let me tell you something. That's my mirror on the wall, y'all. For real. A scrying mirror indeed. Let me tell you something. They took advantage of you. And now they want you to come back and shine that light, that marvelous light, that healing light, that love light, that sexy time light, that energetic light, that communication light, that I'll fix it light, that don't worry about it light, that I got you, boo light. They miss that. Hell yeah, they do. Let's keep going. The next stanza. And I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. And I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. Could you be dead? You always were 2 steps ahead of everyone. We'd walk behind while you would run. I look up at your house and I can almost hear you shout down to me where I always used to be. And I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. Back on the train, I ask, why did I come again? Can I confess? I've been hanging around your old address, and the years have proved to offer nothing since you've moved. You're long gone, but I can't move on, and I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. And I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. Stepped off the train, walking down your street again, past your door. I guess you don't live there anymore. It's been years since you've been there. You've disappeared somewhere like outer space. You found some better place, and I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. One more from this deck, they said. Won't he do it? Look at you, all free and shiny and beautiful. Look at you sharing energy with new energies and creating new pathways and creating multiple streams of income. Look at you dealing with your health. Look at you taking care of that ailing parent. Look at you helping to figure out how to do funerals on a Zoom. Look at you surviving in a pandemic. Divine Feminine, God has got you. He has blessed you. And now I will purposely say he is shining his light on you. Look at you taking care of kids that are at St. Jude's. There's somebody watching with a kid right now, or a granddaughter specifically, that's at St. Jude's. Look at you. God is over that situation. I feel that because of the FaceTimes that you have to do. Look at you interceding on behalf of that little girl. Look at you knitting together that bonnet. I see you. Whoever you are, I see you. God sees you too. Divine Feminine, what I want you to understand is that God has got you, and I left where it was. It's not about Divine Masculine. God's saying, because of what you went through, look at you. Let's talk about the light attributes: benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. Look at you. The shadow attribute: disposition and cruelty, using power to control people. Look at your DM in the shadows, skulking around like a cold-blooded insect. Look at you. The next card here, I want to talk about that real quick. They said the message of this beyond is God. They said you already said it. God's got you. That was the message. The next card is Lover. All right. And I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. There's something about being loved by another that opens you back up. And it's something you only see in the energy of a lover. The light attribute is great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. The shadow is obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. This is where your Divine Masculine is. He's in the shadow. Obsessive passion that harms others, self-destruction and devotion. Or self-destructive, devotion. Some of you guys need to understand that you may be in physical danger. And unfortunately, I didn't expect it to go this way, but they said black dark hole, like black hole sun is what I'm hearing. Black hole sun from Soundgarden, okay? Black hole sun is what I'm seeing. Black hole sun, eclipse, total eclipse of the sun, eclipse, gone, outer space. It's been so long since you've been here. You've disappeared somewhere. You've gone someplace, maybe outer space, and I miss you. They miss you, lover. Wow. Wow. They miss you. I just felt the energy of that. I felt it right here. That's heart chakra. That's the hole through the chest. That's what they were showing me in a literal gunshot wound. Boom. Clear through. They miss you. I did not expect to feel that, and I did not want to tell you that. I told you this is a part. I don't want you to get caught up in this, because what I need you to understand about this is they forfeited your energy. I'm feeling their energy, but this is not how you feel. So please, you guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys were like, yeah, I don't feel all that. That's funny. It's funny watching you say it, but I don't feel it. I totally get that. But what they're saying is they let me feel their feelings for a second, and I was just like overwhelmed. Yeah, they didn't expect it to go like this. They keep drawing my attention to this card, the Star. And this is what's happening. The hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. This is for you, Divine Feminine, because they kept drawing me to it. This is about the things we manifest. This is about sitting Indian style on the ground with your hands on the string that's in God's lap, and you're pulling down the kite, and you're waiting just to see the tail, and the tail starts to come down, and they're saying we're moving forward for you. Remember I said you don't feel how I just felt. Shot through the heart. Like, you don't feel that anymore. You did. You were there. You have evolved. I love it so much. And you're manifesting a new thing with this Star. Okay. One more here from the Moon Oracle, and then a couple from Tarot. Wow. This is really bad for them. It's really too bad. You know what? They are... Whew, I love it. Won't you do it? They said this is the issue. This was the truth. They kept drawing my eye to this card. This was the truth. The scales were imbalanced. There was an imbalance in the way that you were giving in the situation. You were out of your balance. You were too much in your yin, feminine energy, and not in your yang. And after the separation, you have found your way to your yang energy. So you're more balanced and more cutthroat and more unavailable and more all the magical things you should have always been. But there are no should-haves. When you're evolving, you get to your destination when you're supposed to get there. They said the truth of this is that your DM that misses you like the deserts miss the rain forfeited your good healing and magic, because they were doing this win or lose BS. This is narcissism energy all day. Pyrrhic victories. I'll connect information about a Pyrrhic victory. It's when you think you're winning a battle, but you play yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself, and everybody loses. But the person who was avenging the battle and out to really make something happen loses more than they would have if they would have just not even tried to go to war. Win or lose. Pyrrhic victories. Get into understanding how you're being guided here, guys. Wow. All right. One more here. Ooh, and my eye to this. This is also why they miss you. The light's on, and we're going to shine bright like the diamonds we are. For the reason it's in my head, y'all. They had me do that, and I was like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. I tell you, just listen to your angels, guys. They never, ever, ever steer you wrong. Yellow diamonds in the sky. Divine Feminines. Yes. All right, addict, light attribute, helps you reorganize and confront addictive behavior. That's the magical healing. The Star is the card of healing. That's the magic. This is Aquarian energy. We're now in the age of Aquarius. You're being aided and abetted by technology, by downloads, by intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic communications, whether you're dealing with Palladians or whatever. You are being guided, blinded by the light, caught up like a deuce, another rumor in the night, an addict. You were an addict for love, Divine Feminines. I feel like Oprah, you get codependency, and you get codependency. But you were an addict for love, and your masculine that got out of himself and his shadow attributes. Let's talk about he was dealing with. Compromises integrity and honesty, allows addictive patterns and behaviors to have authority over the inner spirit. Blinded by the light, caught up like a deuce, another rumor in the night, and now I miss you. Like the desert misses the rain. Because I was doing this, trying to win or lose, by all means, by any means necessary. Blinded by addiction, alcoholism, drug use, women. Blinded by femme fatales that he thought were really goddesses. Come on, angels! Won't they do a reading, y'all? Blinded by femme fatales that he thought were goddesses. The femme fatale highlights in the light attribute the erotic energy of the feminine. It opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Okay, that's deep. Okay. The shadow attribute, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money or power. Didn't our divine masculines get caught up thinking that they were getting some femme fatale when they got a femme fatale, Joanne the scammer, somebody who used their sexuality? A lot of you guys had people that did sex magic and all that stuff. Another video for another time. You know what it is. And this is what your DM thought he was getting. The feminine, this is a light attribute, expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Now, why did the karmic mimic that they were full of wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality? Because they were copying you, divine feminine. They were copying you, empath. They were copying you, wifey. Yeah, well, this is what they really got with the shadow side. Exploitation of the female exploitation of the female nature and form. They got a femme fatale, but they thought they had a goddess because their addictions clouded, and so they were playing a game of win and lose, and now they've turned into a beggar, and I miss you like the deserts miss the rain, and they've turned into an upside down victim. Let's talk about it. Beggar. The light attributes, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility and compassion and self-esteem. The shadow, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Had they done maybe their part, then they wouldn't be in this part where they're trying to now jerk your heart. Your angel said, don't fall for it. That's maybe me. I don't know. Don't fall for it. That's me. Don't fall for it, guys. At 2202. Couplehood happens when you have someone that's carrying their weight. Remember they talked about the scales of justice. One was giving more to the other. You may have been the beggar in the reverse position, but know that the roles are reversed. It's them that's begging emotionally, energetically. You feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yes, you can. Victim, let's read it. Prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. That's the light attribute. Shadow, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity. Inability to maintain personal boundaries. Isn't that what got your DM into trouble? They couldn't maintain personal boundaries, could they? So, guys, that's something. And then they evoke pathos, that pity. So they said that's it on those cards. One more here, and I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. What else does he want to say? He wanted to win or lose. I love when the angels do this, y'all. Any reader knows the magic of this moment. He wanted to win or lose, and they said, boom, guess what happens? A win-win outcome is forecasted. And oh my god, y'all, wait, I can't. Remember I kept telling you I'm so attracted to these scales? Do you see the scales in the moon? I promise you every card is not like this, homies. Look at this. I can't even. Sorry, we just had a moment together. That's one of those moments where it's like, how do you doubt the spirit world? Like, how do you doubt this? Wow. 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 What's the truth? A win-win outcome is forecasted. That's the truth. Your divine masculine was playing a whole reindeer game with you and thinking that you were disposable and invaluable. Whew. They're just hitting me tonight. It's disposable and invaluable. And they just drew this to a card that flew out here. And they said, because remember what I said about small cold-blooded insects? This is what I had in my mind, but I didn't say it. A scorpion. Yeah. Something that an exoskeleton formed around this millions of years ago. And it's allowed it to scurry through the earth. Cousins, distant, obviously, but very not obviously, to the lobster. Scorpios are arachnids. Caught up in a web. Arachnid, spider, caught up. Caught up. I'm hearing usher, caught up. Usher, burn, let it burn. Oh. Some of you guys got away just in time, so you didn't really get burned. A lot of you guys are mourning that you're not in the situation, or some of you actually, wait, they said stop. They said a lot of you, the people watching here, are past the mourning. So they're in the, I don't, if he don't give a damn, I don't give a, it's like real, it got real hood for a second. It was like, look, if you but, that's what I heard. So what they're saying is, you're past that. This is, oh my God, divine feminine, you energetically have achieved your final form. Not your final form, but this is like the place you need to be right now if you're watching this video, is exoskeleton. They said the thing that was used against you is now your superpower. Come on! It is really like Mortal Kombat. It's like, I'll take that. Sub-Zero, fatality, finish him. Or finish her. I mean, you know, we're all inclusive here. But it's not that, remember I said Mortal Kombat? I told you I have a video coming up. That's why that's been on my mind. They really worked with me on that. But working through your fears is what this is about. Venus with a moon in Scorpio. God, this is about the depth of your depravity, the depth of your shame. This is about your Kundalini being in balance and your sacral chakra being imbalanced. This is about the deepest secrets. This is about sexual trauma. This is about fears. This is about childhood abuse. This is about family pathology. A moon in Scorpio is as deep and as dark as it could be. Blinded by the light. The addiction was as deep and as dark as it could be. We're not going to have compassion, says what spiritual practitioner ever. What I'm saying is, this is not to play with your emotions about your divine masculine, but this is to help you understand how deep, because you guys mirror each other. Your work was just as deep. His happened in addiction and bondage, and he's still there. Yours took you to all of your issues, all of the codependency, all of the abandonment issues, because divine feminine, empath, and intuitive, if you are an empath, or if you are the empath to a narcissist and you were cultivated in that toxic environment as a kid, then all you know is kind of over giving and over taking care of and being out of balance. All you know is that if I don't behave a certain way, I am in fear. And so you start people pleasing. Come on, preaching. Thank you, angels. And you start doing all of this stuff. This is what caused the great imbalance in your relationship with divine masculine. And they said, but you always thought it was just you, boo. It's not. He was just as messed up, sick, and pus-filled as you were. The difference is now you're on your way to healing. Now you're on your way to actually getting yourself back into alignment. Oh my gosh, here it is. I saw it. I saw healing here. This was the last card. They said, a time for healing. Balsamic moon, a time for healing. Yeah. A time for healing. Okay. Prosperity is ahead. A time for healing. New moon in Taurus. That's about how you live and express yourself, and that's a powerful moon. Very supported, as Taurus is ruled by the moon, associated with mother, care, nurture, and I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. Oh my God. I want you guys to feel that with me. How many of your divine masculines had mom issues? Okay, issues with trying to kill off the sacred feminine, issues with toxicity, issues with misogyny, issues with ascribing to patriarchy. No matter what body they showed up in, if they didn't heal mother, those things are the evidence of the issue. They wanted to go real deep with you guys tonight. What they said here is, the reason that he misses you is because you triggered him. You are mother in some ways. For some of you, you are healer, you are lover, you are priest, you are Madonna. And if people have a Madonna complex, or if people want to disturb, and okay, so there's an imbalance. He was disillusioned as well about what your relationship was, and he was no longer making investments with the Seven of Pentacles. So he was in deep addiction, y'all. This is exactly what I said about that Scorpio moon. They gave it to me in reverse. It's as deep, as dark as you can go, because Scorpio rules transformation and death and rebirth. Scorpio rules sex and death. So the energy around your divine masculine was to actually kill his ego. That's the death. And then in the song, didn't they say, are you dead? You know, it's funny because I felt like that might have been the divine feminine kind of having a conversation there. But let's take a look. Two more. He no longer was invested into the relationship. I had to check my deck to make sure it wasn't righted. He no longer was invested into the relationship. And this is so bad. This was deep, deep and balanced. You see what I mean? As deep and dark as it was for him, it was deep and dark for you. You had to be out of this because this was literally draining your life force. This is about equal give and take when it's in the right side, but it's also about someone who is pompous while they're giving to two. This is that person that's like, I got a woman way over town that digs on me. That's that Ray Charles. That's that Lifetime made for movie Had a Second Family. That some of you guys are dealing with some of that pain. That's what they just showed me. And here's the other woman, the Queen of Wands. Someone that was willing to be the femme fatale and live in their darkest Scorpio moon passions. But they're giving you strength, card of Leo, to overcome this energy. Remember we talked about the gazelle and they saw, oh, wow, you guys are blowing my mind. The gazelle, they saw you as the wounded gazelle, but here you are riding the lion. So no longer are you the thing it's going to eat. You are the thing that is beguiling it and calming it with the sign of infinity over your head with the number 8. You are moving into abundance because prosperity is ahead. Isn't that what they said? They said what they said. Isn't that what they said? I love it. I love it so much. Triumphant energy for you is here. Oh, we switched from DM. Oh, he misses you and boohoo, and that was sad. And now back to us. Okay? Because that's how it should have been the whole time, DMs. It should have been the whole time. DFs, all of you here watching. It's your time. It's your time to shine. It's your time to win. It's your time to strategize. It's your time to expand. You have ascertained, you've assimilated, you have taken on the very thing that was sent to poison and destroy you now becomes imprinted in your DNA. That's what the karmics don't realize. Many of them think that as they're bullying and gang stalking and stalking and single white femaling, figuratively speaking, that they are doing you harm. But what you get is a peek into their astral DNA, and that's something that people don't understand. They think that you're at the disadvantage, but I got to look really deep into darkness. And while I was down there, I was like a boo. I was careful. You know how Boo takes something that belongs left in the dark? In order to get out of the cave, sometimes you must take something from the dark until you can get back to the light and leave it. You have to know how to time it right so you end up successful, because if not, it can turn into bitterness. In Aladdin, they talk about that moment. They're asking me to talk about this. They said it was known that Abu should not have touched the gold, right? But he couldn't help himself. And he was tempted. And oh, they're talking about your divine masculine. They said that he had a time to get out, and he went past the time, and the cave closed. They said you were Aladdin zipping through on the magic carpet. Oh, come on. Tell a story, angels. You were zipping. Come on with confirmation sounds in the house. You were zipping through on a magic carpet, and you know how Aladdin just squeezes through with Abu, and then he scolds him. You shouldn't have taken that. Some of you needed to take that and take on that scorpionic form of ice cold. I will stab you through the heart. I will blow open your chest, because mine was blown open probably for years. It's been years and years since you've been gone. How long did many of you guys hold on trying to mend something, and then emotionally someone had walked away? What's happening is the complete reverse of everything that you went through. You were, oh my gosh, what's her name? I cannot think of it. I'm going to make a show about it. Scott, the guy, not Scott Peterson and Lacey Peterson, the other couple that was in Colorado or Utah, where he killed Shanann. You were Shanann, is what they said. Shanann was being gaslit by a narcissist, and she was talking to her friends about it, and I don't know why we're not connecting, and I don't know why things are weird sexually. The whole time he had a whole nother, I got a girl way over town that digs on me, and he digged on him so much in that dark, oh, this is the example coming through, in that dark, upside down moon and Scorpio place, that he ended up digging a hole for his wife and kids. Oh, come on. Truth. I'm not trying to scare you, but what I want you to know is that this is why your angels said your divine masculine had to go. They said he had a girl way over town that was digging on him, and that digging was going to cause him to dig your grave, and he had already begun. By the time you walked away, some of this, wake up. They said he had already begun to dig your grave. He was plotting on you, scheming you, scamming you, setting you up. I'm hearing some of you. Some of you, there was like real credit card fraud. Some of you, there was banking issues happening. Some of you, he was poisoning your kids against you. Some of you, he was out and out lying. Come on. I have a girl way over town that digs on me. But that digging is now dug out his chest and his soul and his integrity. He gave it away to a femme fatale because he was disillusioned, because he was in addiction, and he was blinded by the light. And now it's your turn, my sweet divine feminines, to shine bright. Shine bright like a diamond. I knew that we'd become one right away. Who are you becoming one with? It's not your new twin flame. It's not your new boo thing. It's with yourself. He can miss you like the desert misses the rains as long as he needs to. And he will miss you in ways that he probably will not be able to articulate in the coming years. It's been years since you've been gone. It's like you've disappeared somewhere out of space. Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, another dimension, divine feminine. Bitches, you just leveled up. That's your reading for tonight. Come back next time and join me. And we're going to continue to evolve together.